Europe, experiencing the best of times, the worst of times. Mid-1800s, we had a solution. Was the economy gonna go up? Was it gonna go down? Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels had the solution. One, to free everyone from oppression. Stay tuned as we find out. The Communist Manifesto.
This manifesto needs a fitting name. How about the Confession of Faith? It represents what we're trying to show and what we believe.
And what is that?
That religion is deceiving. Religion makes people believe that their suffering is normal, and that is how life is meant to be.
Are we saying that religion is making people accept the bad and evil?
Yes, it causes people to believe that there can be no utopia or perfect world.
So, we abolish religion?
Exactly. We need to teach people that they need to abolish the existing institutions and structures.
And will communism guide them there?
Yeah, communism is the ideology of the future, kind of like a religion, but this time man is in power. Man is the new God who co-creates to make the Garden of Eden. Throw away old institutions and take the new. Take in communism.
Marx and Engels think that humans can create a perfect world, but that's just not true. Religion teaches things like hope, compassion, and how to live a good life, the best life. The Garden of Eden shows how God made a perfect world, but humans made poor choices, and now we must suffer as Jesus did.
Communism says it will make a perfect society, but it causes hunger, fear, and takes away people's freedom. Religion, on the other hand, has helped many people get through hard times, work together, and find hope and purpose in life.
That's not true. That is just a strange view. Humans are not meant to just accept suffering. By overthrowing these systems, we can create our own heaven. It can be our own version of the Garden of Eden.
Marx and Engels don't want to admit that communism has failed many times before. They continue to live in denial that communism is a great idea and that it will work out. History has proven again and again that communism's failure from the standards of living, economies, and education of countries have adopted communism. But look at what religion does. It looks at human nature as to what is real and true, not what they think can be reborn as new. We understand that we are flawed and that we are not God and therefore have to suffer or pick up our cross, and then we will be rewarded in heaven. It considers that man is flawed, which has led historically to more successful countries. Look at the US. They have been top 10 in standards of living for over 10 years, have had the largest GDP in the world since the 1890s, and are in the middle upper range for education. Compare that to a communist country, and it's clear which is better. The government has to protect the right to free speech. They need to have a sense that is worth keeping, a need to protect the natural lives of the people or their private lives. Even Marx and Engels saw American communist colonies as an example of what happens when people attempt to abolish private property on a small scale to base their teachings. But a key part that you all missed is that group was a voluntary religious group that could leave at any time.
What are you talking about? That is because the revolution isn't over. Man can create a new world if they imagine it because man is God. What a simple-minded view you have. If man overthrows these systems, we can make our own utopia, our own Garden of Eden.
Well then, show me where in history it has worked out. Exactly. Look at South Korea versus North Korea, where private industries thrive and create a high standard of living, whereas North Korea is poor because it took out all forms of private industry and everything is under the state.
I believe in the future without exploitation, in the triumph of equality, and a world where each according to ability and receives according to their need. So declares the workers of the world. Oh, the state